Alright, let's do your basic rush attack, which is a pain in the ass to dodge. So he does more damage than Gogeta in his rush attack. That's a whole bar, almost a whole bar and a half. Alright, that is almost 1300. That's a non-charge beam blast. Let's go ahead and... fully charged beam blast. So Goku's attacks, basic attacks, as far as their rush and beam blast, do more damage than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Alright, let's try his combos. Alright, so his basic attack, his melee attack is 8,000, which is a little lower than Gogeta's, but they're virtually the same. Let's check out his ultimate and see what we got. Exactly the same as Gogeta's. So he is by far has more damage output except for his combos. I would say he's 10% weaker on his hand-to-hand combos and melee attacks, but he also has auto dodge. He's by far a better, easier character to rank up with us than SS4 Gogeta. Broly is almost on par with Gogeta, but Gogeta does have him beat in combo speed. But again, he's got super armor, so Broly can just eat through Ki Blast and a bunch of other stuff. Let's try another character. I didn't know that uh, Ultra Instinct Goku was that OP. I mean, that's good to know. So let's try another fusion. I never really hear people complain about Gogeta Blue, but I do hear people a lot of complaints. I myself have some complaints about this one because after Image Strike. Let's see what his damage output is. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Vegito has that after Image Strike, which makes him a pain in the butt to deal with. Training settings. Let's go ahead and get a gauge. Skill count. Max out. Alright. Let's do his basic combos and see what we got. Alright, 7,000. He's definitely below Gogeta. He's about on the same level as Broly. And UI Goku still has him on that one. I believe he was 8,000. Let's try his basics. Big Bang Attack. 10,000. Still beneath. That's pretty average. And is both about... it's definitely beneath UI Goku and Broly Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but it's not like a huge or massive differential in their power levels as far as like that goes. I would say it's like a maybe 10% difference in between them. I would say at most 15%. So let's try his ultimate and see what we got. So his ultimate is 20,000, which is only 2,200 less than Gogeta, 2,500 less than Goku, Ultra Instinct, and I can't remember how much Broly was. He was a little bit higher than Broly, so his attack has at most half a bar difference in any of those characters. The only thing that makes this one broken is, I would say, after Image Strike. But as far as every other ability, it's pretty close in damage to the other characters. So I don't know, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't say that, there hardly any difference between them. So let's try another character. Let's see. Let's try this guy out just for the heck of it. Never used him before either. Alright. I've seen him used a lot online, but most people that use this character don't really span. At least it's not in my personal experience. They usually, like, whoever's playing with Gogeta Blue, they usually like to throw hands, and they're usually pretty good at throwing hands, though. It's a lot more of a difficult battle, at least for me, in my opinion. All right, let's try this. Basic blast, 10,000. Let's see the rush attack. Alright, so his rush attack is basically the same as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let's see, let's do his ultimate. Actually, let me do his basic his basic combo. Basic combo is on the same level as Vegito's Super Vegito. That's I did not expect that. Especially given that he's supposed to be a level higher than him. Alright, let's see his ultimate. Let's see what kind of damage he does. Okay, so he, again, all of it between every single one of these characters that I've tried so far has between 20,000 and 25,000 damage output. The two fusions, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Super Vegito are basically the lowest so far. Top three would have been Broly, then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then Ultra Instinct Goku. Return to character selection. Let's try another one character that people spam the hell out of. Alright, I got a few more characters I want to try out. Let's see. Let's do Beerus. Where's Beerus at? There we go. He is another character that people spam the hell out of. Alright, let's custom set. Alright. Let's go ahead and start this battle. Let's do his basic combo first. Let's do training, character gauge, skill count bar, max. Alright, let's do his basic attack. Alright, that is 7,500. Oh shoot, oh, let me go back down. That wasn't a full shot. 7,500 is definitely below the average on the other two, as far as physical damage goes. Let's see how much it costs. That's your basic blast is 10,000, same as the two fusions. You know, not counting Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. His basic rush attack, fully powered.
You see the difference between us?
Alright, similar to Gogeta. Actually, he does a tiny bit more damage than Gogeta does.
I'll destroy.
Alright, let's see his ultimate, which by the way is unblockable as well, just like Broly's ultimate is. Let's see what we got.
Here's a little extra.
Same, 2100, just like the fusion, so he's comparable to any other fusions. Let's see, return to stage selection. So he's no different than any of the fusions. Like the non-fusion characters I've picked so far that are being spammed, not spam, I'm sorry, they're being meta in the game. You know, it's no different than them. I would do Whis maybe in a later video, but he's not a character that I see a lot on rank, or maybe very little. You know what, Hit and Kefla, they are characters I see a lot there, so let's do Hit.
What's the assignment?
Let me go ahead and put the items on him, make sure he does the most damage he can. Alright. He's a pretty well balanced character for what I can see. I don't really like fighting against him though. He's kind of a pain in the butt, but you know, again, he's one of those other characters that whoever's using them, you're gonna get one or two things. Either they're gonna constantly spam you with his instant rush, or they're not how to throw hands. Alright, so let's do his basic combo. 6,000. Okay, that's the lowest I've seen from anybody. Hit does the lowest melee wise. Alright. That's his key blast. I mean, his key attack, that's 10,000. That's pretty average. Against top tier characters. Let's see his rush attack.
You're dead.
1,200. That's still that's right on par with the fusions. So I don't know about his extra skills, but let's do his ultimate and see what it does.
Within the prison of time. It's time to end
he does the least amount of damage. Now, as far as his super go and his rush attack is basically the same, but he does the lowest amount of damage when it comes to his ultimate out of all of these characters. That I would say Hit is probably on the lower tier of the top tier characters that they use for rank. So if you use Hit, props to you. You're gonna have to fight a little harder than most people do. So kudos to though. He's just not a character I'm really he's not one of my favorites though. Like, but you know, I grew up with GT, so let's do Kefla, which is another character people spam. I know this one they abuse the heck out of this one, so let's go ahead and try her out.
Come at me! I'm the best!
So she has an unblockable ultimate, I believe, and she has that instant spark. So let's do training. Alright. Let's do her basic combo. Basic combo is low, so for a fusion that's actually really low. 600. I mean 6,000 is not bad. Let's do her regular, a little bit of a more advanced combo. See? So she has to do a 24 hit combo in order to do the same damage that one of the other fusions does. However, let's see what her blaster is. Oh, that is not a lot of damage for... Let's see. Okay, I'm about to say. So he was hitting him from the back. Let's try it again. Make sure we get the proper reading. So it's how many balls actually connect. Okay, 9,000 still is below all the other characters except for... No, that's below all the characters. Even Hit. For a fusion, she's kind of weak. See the rush attack. 11. The rush attack is comparable, but as far as the blast and the melee hand-to-hand, she's the weakest fusion so far. Alright. They connect? Oh no, so it's an explosive wave. Let me try. So she has to be at close range. Yeah, so her ultimate is very comparable to everything else so far. Alright, that's not bad at all. I'm gonna do some more characters later in another video. But let me see what characters I'm gonna do next. I will do full power Jiren next in my next video. And perhaps another character like Gotenks that they spam a lot. And so I'm gonna get it set up for later. And
is now.
I'll do a few more next time. Let me go ahead and get his items set up. I know not everybody does items, but I want to put him in a situation where, you know, give him the best possible damage out because I want to compare. So just hear a lot of things about saying that Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 is extremely overpowered. He's one of my favorite characters, so I completely understand, but he's I mean, I grew up in the 90s, so he's my favorite character. But as far as I can see, basically all the fusions are on par except for Kefla. She does a little less damage. But she does have that unblockable that people tend to constantly, and I mean constantly, spam. So I would say the hardest fusion to use would be Kefla. The easiest fusion to use would probably be Super Vegeta due to the after image strike and his similar damage output to the other fusions. If you use Gogeta, I think the only broken ability he has, the Vegeta Blue, would be the instant transmission, but that's something that can be easily dodged. So I wouldn't say that he's a cheap character to use, you know. Well, until next time.